pressure. But here we go. We got to go back to dugout. But here's what's happening.
Red
line, Garrett.
And get that pressure. And maybe that's the play too, right?
Yeah. And Chris, JT, and the boys are still.
There's Chris. We love Chris. Hey, Chris. Shout out.
Shout out to Chris from the 75th OP there. I mean, oh, here we go. God dang!
Chris said I'm waiting until that already comes in.
It's down. They are just cannon fodder. But I mean, that's what you got to do. I think if you're
Gotta create pressure.
that's the precision.
Incoming.
Trying to identify where this comes in. Just a body. You know, they talked about they're slow to start, so they never win more than 3-2. Look at that tank.
We may see something different.
Unbelievable 18 shot. That must have been at least 200 meters away. Another one. Down he
Inbound.
goes. What a
Down he goes.
18 shot.
That's a sniper. Man, that's a sniper shot.
Incredible shot. And Abdullah gets one. Down it goes.
These
Lionheart
gunfights
won.
are everything. They're everything. Lionheart's got to take him out.
He got some. Get on the point.
Did he go
Get
down?
the Garrison.
I just lost Lionheart. He's down.
He's down. There's no
Are
one
they
on
going to
the
push
point.
the Gary? Do they know the Gary's there?
I don't know, but they're not pushing it.
They're
not
going to
pushing
redline
it.
it here in a minute.
History
They gotta
Builder
get a
just spawned on his own page.
MG, they're watching it. They're watching the Gary with it. No, what is this guy doing?
MG pushing.
He seems it.
Maybe, I don't know.
And get that pressure. And maybe that's the play too, right?
Yeah. And Chris, JT, and the boys are still.
There's Chris. We love Chris. Hey, Chris. Shout out.
Shout out
Make
to
it
Chris
across,
from the
Christy.
75th OP there. I mean, oh, here we go. God dang!
Chris
Bonzo,
said,
go down
Chris
to
said
Chris.
I'm waiting until that already comes in,
And
right?
down he
Oh,
goes.
down
I mean,
he goes.
they are just.
It's hard to make.
They are
Hard to
just
make.
cannon fodder. But I mean, that's what you got to do. I think if you're
Gotta keep the pressure. Gotta keep the pressure.
That's a precision.
Incoming.
Trying to identify where this comes in. Just a body. No, you know, they talked about they're slow to start, so they never win more than 3-2. Look at that tank.
We
shot
may
on the
see
Puma.
something different.
Unbelievable 18 shot. That must have been at least 200 meters away. Another one. Down
Inbound.
He goes. What a
Down he
crazy 18 shot.
That's a
ICF.
sniper. Man, that's a sniper shot.
Incredible shot. And Abdullah gets one. Down it goes.
These
Lionheart
gunfights
won.
are everything. They're everything. Lionheart's got to take him out.
He got some. Get on the point.
Did he go
Get
down?
the Garrison.
I just lost Lionheart. He's down.
He's down. There's no
Are
one
they
on
going to
the
push
point.
the Gary? Do they know the Gary's there?
I don't know, but they're not pushing it.
They're
not
going to
pushing
redline
it.
it here in a minute.
History
They gotta
Builder
get a
just
little
spawned on his own page.
MG, they're watching it. They're watching the Gary with it. No, what is this guy doing?
MG pushing.
He seems it.
Maybe, I don't know. Are they waiting for a strike?
They're waiting for a spawn. What are the resources at right now? Bombing runs are going to be vital.
Tons of
Strafing
munitions. That's a bombing
There
run.
it is.
That's
There
a
it
bombing run for ICF. Does he take out the Garrison? And that's done. But
No,
the Garrison is still up.
remains, and the MG went down for ICF right there.
But there's some out. And the 76, they have identified the
It is
position on the
big.
76. The
They're
commander has
pushing on it.
marked it.
Taking out supplies too. Oh,
Yeah.
down he goes.
No, he's gone. He's gone. The Greyhound maintaining coverage, keeping
Good
infantry
standoff.
off the
Great
76
standoff
back.
right there.
But they have identified the position on that tank, and only time will tell. There may be a precision. Can I get there in time?
Here it comes.
Can he move it?
Oh, he's moving. He
God,
is.
he goes.
He goes. Down he
Precision.
goes.
Takes out the
That-
76.
That precision strike, I mean, that has to hurt. That's almost like you're... oh!
But he gets down as well. Taken out as well. Look at this. Stewart pushing up. Right on the Tiger's ass. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Incredible. Takes him out.
Oh my god!
Takes him out.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Stewart!
The
Stewart just took out the Tiger.
I take back.
Shit.
All right, what's cooking? Hang on. All right. What's cooking? We're live, I think. Figured it out. It's a little sketch right now, but we good. So apologize for the technical delays, but we are here. How's everyone doing? Sheepdog, McCraith, and Kayanashi coming to you live from the Dog's Den. McCraith, KO, say hi to the crowd for me.
Hey, how's it going?
Yo. So, got a little bit of an exciting match today. Chad versus Lucky Strikes HRI week number 1. We've already actually seen 2 matches, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit while we're waiting for the match to come up. But how's everyone feeling today? How's everyone feeling about Chad? Lucky Strikes on Carrington Town Center for a good long 30 minutes of just flat out combat. How's everyone feeling about it?
I'm psyched. I saw a little bit of what Chad did yesterday because they had a match yesterday and they played real well.
Yep.
And I would love to see what Lucky has to bring to the table. I'm really excited to see what happens on Town Center. One of my least favorite maps and least favorite points, but that's just me. Thoughts, KO?
Yeah, I have some experience on Town Center. It's,
Just a little.
It's a fun one. It's a fun one.
Yeah,
I think it's for stream purposes, it's an entertaining point for sure.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited.
Well, I think it's going to be a very competitive point between the two. I think these two teams have been around in the Hell Let Loose space for a long period of time. They both have been in tournaments now. They've been in the comp scene, so both are very experienced. We're going to go. We'll just jump right into it. We'll talk about it. So for week number 1, the results are in for the first 2 matches. Obviously, this is going to be the last match of week number 1. Let's talk about that Chad versus MIB match. 30-point win. They played on cattle sheds for SM and it seemed like they knew exactly what they had prepped really well going into that match. They knew exactly what they were doing. They had firm control for everything except like the last 3 minutes of the match. And they come out with a 30-point dub.
Yeah, I was reffing on the MIV side, and they're green as grass when it comes to comp and stuff.
Sure.
And it really shows that they didn't have enough prep going on. They didn't understand, but hopefully now they got their toes wet. They understand, have a better understanding what they're in for when it comes down to Hell Let Loose comp. But I'm really excited. There are a lot of young guys in that group that are raring to go, willing to get a little blood hungry on this game, and great to see new blood inside the comp scene.
Yeah, I agree exactly. And I think we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the other match that happened, which I think we were watching as refs and kind of talking about it in the booth. But this MIB versus Ocelot match, a little bit of a shocker, I think, at least to me.
Bane and Ocelot.
Sorry, Bane and Ocelots. I'm sorry, it's even on the screen too. I'm sorry, but Bane versus Ocelots. Bane getting a 30-point dub over the Ocelots on SME. And I gotta say, they came packing. And I think that what we're seeing now with these teams, it'll be really interesting to see, especially with Town Center being the midpoint on this match today, how spread out our team's going to be on the initial intro. Are they going to come in just flat out straight onto the point, or are they going to try to go for map control? And so far, going for map control has not paid off for any of these teams at all. And I think it'd be remiss. I'll go over the rules because I think this plays a key part in it real quick. So the rules for this tournament, and specifically I want to talk about the scoring. So the scoring is no longer the traditional end of possession win. It is based on time of possession. So the scoring, so basically if for every minute that you hold the point, you get a point. And so it really rewards teams to play aggressive. And for these teams that, and not just for point-wise, but even just for the win, these teams have not really benefited much from playing wide, going for map control, all that kind of good stuff. So,
yeah, 100%. Like what people don't understand, whenever it comes down to getting your Gary set up, they're in the neutral zone. You can place those forward positions in skirmish mode. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand that. They're stuck in that warfare offensive mode where if it's gray, I can't place a Gary. Not in this mode.
Yeah.
The first team who gets that little forward position on that point, ends up dominating, as we saw on the Bane side last night. They literally set that Gary in, and they never got out of that place.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into this, obviously, KO, you know Chad pretty well at this point, and you've seen Lucky Strikes around. What do you think for either of these teams? What do you think is going to be the key on Town Center, especially since you have so much experience on Town Center from a competitive standpoint? What do you think are going to be the keys to success, I guess, for either of these teams? Did we lose KO?
You're muted.
Is KO muted?
No, he's muted.
Oh, he's muted. What do you think, McCraith? What do you think is going to be the keys? Like, obviously, Town Center is it's a lot of backyards. That initial courtyard, one medium tank is all that's allowed in this tournament. So
one medium tank, one flare. That's it. After seeing Chad play last night, I honestly was kind of overwhelmed. I was really expecting them to be, a little less on par on skill base, but man, they came and brought it last night on how well they on not only prep but on their gunfights as well, and how well they're able to adjust to different oppositions. They played real well last night, so I don't know. Lucky Strikes has a fight on their hands. It's not going to be an easy dub for either team. I think we're going to have a real competitive match here soon.
Yeah, I think we will too, and I think some of the comments that we've gotten initially right off the bat for the tournament is 30 minutes is too short. I wish it could be longer.
I wish we had a way to adjust that, but we don't.
We don't. And obviously, if this is the case, I mean, next edition, I guess double headers is the answer to that. I mean, that's the best we could do. Unless they give us some type of adjustment. But I really do love the 30s format. I think that I love, I think KO is the one who said it in the VC yesterday, but it feels like it's just like that initial salvo just extended out for 30 minutes. And I absolutely love it. I think one thing that's interesting, and we'll have to talk about it and see during the matchup, but the one thing that we're really seeing that I didn't necessarily anticipate is the utilization of spawns and these fobs. And how it's playing differently than we see in Warfare, where the funny part is like Captain Spears from Lucky Strikes is notorious for not wanting to put up red zone garrisons for the most part. Mm-hmm. This is a red zone fob. You don't have a choice. Fobs are, because of the lockout,
you're in the red.
Yeah,
there's no offense, defense here. It's all offense until you're defending that.
Yeah,
point. That's what these teams are struggling. Like, they're used to have all right, let's pull away on defense, do this, and pull resources from here and there. No, there's nowhere to pull from. It's everyone going to that point. Everyone getting tooth and nail into that point as quickly as possible and cover as much ground until they cap. And then guess what? They're still stuck there. They're now pretty much on the defense. There's no split balance that you have in Warfare, where you, like I said, pull resources from where you're not really getting pressure.
Yeah,
the whole map is the pressure and the time limit on top.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we'll have to see. And just looking at like that Ocelots versus Bane matchup, what we saw is like Lucky Strikes was, or not. I'm sorry, Ocelots had really close spawns basically the entire time.
Yeah, they didn't get boxed out. They didn't get completely wiped or any.
No, not at all. So I think that it'll be interesting to see what ends up happening. But I'm excited, dude. I think it's gonna be great, and I think that I'm hoping that these two teams, with Chad, obviously they know the drill now. They've been in one matchup, but I hope Lucky Strikes was watching yesterday, and that they come out and they know they have to come out swinging. They have to come out swinging. They have to be aggressive. Map has actually been changed. So we're in it now.
It's not live.
It's not live.
It's not live.
No.
We're missing
they're
Chad.
just swapping so that they're going to be on the correct side.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Dry run.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
just
problem.
finish their final dry run.
Say it'll be 35 versus about 2.
Hey. We'll see how it goes if the 2 wins. I mean, what an incredible story. But no, I'm kidding. But I think here's going to be the interesting thing. So obviously we have this one tank rule, right? Which I mean, it's part of skirmish mode anyway, but essentially like one tank crew at a time, right? Like you. So with this map is way different than some of the other ones, right? When we look at like maps like Drill, when we look at maps like SMDM, when we look at El Alamein, very open maps, very much where like you can play aggressive if you want, but you can actually play further back. This is not going to be the case at all because it's town center. It's very, I mean, there's alleyways and funnels and all this. I'm curious what you guys will think. I think these two teams are going to have to play sort of aggressively on these maps, in the town center with these tanks, and I think that's going to be a fascinating dynamic. I almost feel like, you know, when we watch like teams like ESPT versus WTH on town center, and they, you know, they kind of bring, or even like Syndicate when they bring in like, you know, like the Luxes into the center, and they basically like do corridors inside a town center. I feel like you almost have to play with that sort of mentality of aggressiveness.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't know what your guys.
Gale said it last night. Gale said it last night. If you don't have that tank on point, that's 3 people out of your 35. That's almost 10% of your team not on point. So if you're going to remove that 10% right off the rip, and the other team capitalizes on it, I mean, hell, we saw in the Oceania Ocelots and Bane match last night, that P4 stayed on point. That Sherman couldn't get near that point. And you know damn well that hurt them in the long run.
Yeah. Oh, you know it, dude. And, I mean, shout out to Bane. I think that they've had the best utilization of tanks in skirmish mode. Yeah, obviously we're only 2 matches in, but the fact that they were able to hold that tank just right at that intersection the entire 30 minutes, never went down, 30 minutes, just held it. I mean, like, and really, like, they did their job. They really did their job, and they were able to keep the Ocelots from pushing at all on the south side of the point, and that was absolutely devastating for the Ocelots. So I think that all in all, the advantage, I would think the advantage tanking wise would probably go to I was gonna say the Axis, but you know, in some ways, if you're the Allies now thinking about it, like if this is going to be a main road fight, right? Technically, the Allied tank can like get on that west side and kind of like they can go sideways, basically go in, get their shots, and then back out. And the Axis don't have that necessarily. Like once they get into the corner, once they get into the alley, there's no no peeking at all for the Axis. So. And obviously for this matchup, I believe that Chad has asked for allies, right? Or is it Lucky Strike? Oh my gosh, do we not know? That's bad. I guess we'll figure out. No, no. Lucky Strike's his allies. Lucky Strike's his allies. Chad is Axis. There we go. So, but yeah, man, if these teams don't play the point, they're going to lose. And the opener is so important. The opener is so key. So
it's essentially skirmish is essentially the opener for the first 15 minutes and trying to recover for the last 15 minutes.
Well, if you don't get it within the first 15 minutes, you've already lost the match.
Exactly. If your opener is not perfect, oof.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we've already seen it happen. If you don't have a good opener and you don't run it to perfection, then you might as well just give up the point.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be hard getting back in there. Especially if you can't get that first Gary in that neutral zone or forward position in that neutral zone, which is crucial. Because then you're out of the zone. You're out of the playing field.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, still waiting for the match to come up. Let's go ahead and talk about the schedule. Obviously, with week 1, this is the last matchup. Lucky Strikes versus Chad is going to be the last matchup of the week, and we'll post new standings once this match is done. Going into week 2, we have 7 matchups. We got some Division 1 matchups coming up. ESPT versus Chimera is going to be on Friday. So keep out for that. In addition, we have ESPT will be playing their second matchup against Helios. Both of those matchups will be double headers. All of the Division 1 matchups will be double headers. Also on Saturday, Lucky Strikes versus Ocelots, Chimera versus Vanguard for a Division 1 matchup, Lucky Strikes versus MIB, Chad versus Hellfire, and then Vanguard versus ESPT. So ESPT gonna be busy. In fact, actually, that's all their matchups. So they're gonna be playing all their matchups in one weekend. Gonna be,
Jeez.
yeah, Kale, what's your thoughts on that? Your team playing all their matchups in one weekend, 3 days in a row.
Adam. That's Adam right there. Yeah, we probably have other stuff going on the other weekends too. So
Probably.
that's why.
What it was, like,
Well-
whenever I was talking about scheduling, he was worried about HCA, right? And I DM'd him the moment HCA was pushed back. He's like, hey, if you want, you can reschedule. No
Well,
problem.
Well,
He's like, nah, we're good.
the thing to keep in mind too, APL, or it's not APL, sorry, Seasonals was originally slated to start on January 17th. That will
That
no
too.
longer.
Sorry, I said HCA.
Yeah.
I meant seasonals.
Seasonals will no
yeah.
longer be starting in January. The last time I heard, April will be that start time for that tournament. So, and that's not a for sure thing. Not sure what's up with that. From what their announcement said, they're still planning the run. And obviously, for those of you who don't know, if you're watching the stream, you probably do know. Seasonals is probably the biggest tournament in the world for Hell Let Loose. So, and of
Yes.
course, ESPT, the reigning champs for Seasonals. So, and by the way, shout out to KO and the boys at ESPT for getting that HCA final today on Kharkov against WTH. So their second time in a row that they've beat WTH for a major final. So congratulations, KO. Congratulations, ESPT. Shout out to WTH for a very competitive final. So, let's go back to it. So schedule for week 3, we got Chad versus Ocelots, Lucky Strikes versus MIB, Division 1 matchup, Helios versus Chimera, MIB versus Hellfire, Chad versus Bane, and then Lucky Strikes versus Hellfire. By the way, just a shout out, just a little bit of an insight. Lucky Strikes, Hellfire used to be partners. They'll be facing off against each other in week 3, so that'll be an exciting matchup. Week 4, we got Helios versus Vanguard. Just want to point this out, by the way. They got a little bit of blood too. They played in a 18v18 not that long ago and split it 1-1. So I'm sure Vanguard and Helios will be wanting to, be able to claim the win, kind of prove who's the top dog between the two of them as well. And Ocelots versus Hellfire, Hellfire versus Bane. So Hellfire are going to have 2 matchups coming in week 4. So, and then for the last week, we got to update the schedule a little bit, but there will be 2 matchups in week 5. So at the beginning of February, so MIB versus Bane for a South American Classic, and then Ocelots versus MIB to finish out the tournament. So lots of exciting matchups. Really excited for it. If you're in the Discord, be sure to be keeping track. We'll keep everyone updated. When the matchups will be, the results, who's going to be casting it, all that good, beautiful stuff. So, yeah. Still waiting for this match to get started.
The server's full. Chads are saying that they are ready, and I'm not sure about Lucky's.
Okay.
If you're mentioning that the Vanguard Helios match, what if in their double hunter they end up 1-1 again?
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
I kind of hope one of the teams gets 2-0. I mean, honestly, but and obviously for those double headers, it'll be just like 18v18s where they play on one side and then they alternate play on the other. So it's going to be the same map for all those double headers as well. I do want to take a brief moment to give a shout out to Axhawk. So for the first 2 matches, and obviously for this matchup as well, and hopefully for the rest of the matchups, Axhawk from Radical Gaming, who by the way is sponsoring this tournament. They've been very kind to Osiris. Yeah, I saw that. They've been very kind to give us some servers to use, but also the overlays for the match. Axhawk is totally responsible for them. They look phenomenal. The interface is phenomenal. He's
You
actually
might
in the
recognize him from
VC.
APL.
Yeah, from APL. Yeah. So I just wanted to give just a heartfelt shout out to Axhawk for all the work that he's done. He didn't have to do any of that at all, and it looks freaking phenomenal. It works freaking phenomenal. So shout out to Axhawk and Radical for hooking us up with the amazing scoreboards that you have seen on all the streams that we've had so far. So Axhawk, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. I hope you know it's super appreciated. We are in it, so I'm going to go ahead and switch because guess what? Map has flipped. We got about 5 seconds left, so here we go. Chad, Lucky Strikes, Town Center, Skirmish mode. Let's go.
Oh, man, I'm hyped.
Let's rumble.
You know, normally this is the moment like when the map comes up and I'm like, oh, and here's the midpoint. Well, the midpoint's Town Center, fellas.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise, yeah. You know, and normally, like, the funny part is, like, I get super excited because, like, give me a second. Someone talk while I'm looking at something real quick.
All right. Audio good?
Yes, we're all good. We're all good on
Alrighty.
that.
I am on the Luck side. Sheep is on the Chad side. So I can tell you right now, from my perspective currently, a lot of marks already up on Luck side. This is one thing you like to see of exactly where they're going to place what and who goes where. I'm pretty sure Chad probably has similar markings.
We're good to go. We're good to go. I had to check something real quick, but we are Gucci. We are Gucci. We're going to check that look opener. Super apologize, but there we go. There we go. All right, we're in it now. Yeah, so on the Lucky Strike side, medium is currently going to the center. I think that's pretty predictable at this point. South truck coming in on that south side near the tracks, and then I'm not seeing. We got some stragglers running. That is not a good sign for Lucky Strikes at all.
Quint, due south for the main red road, and he just took a right on where he's about to turn into ruins. Interesting route that they chose to do.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, 2 trucks in, not very full for Lucky Strikes. I'm a little concerned. They did build the node set, so that is good. This is one thing that we were talking about in the streams before, was that we didn't really talk to the team reps about it, but in skirmish mode, there is the capability of building another node to max out your node sets, and but it seems like so far everyone's got the gist. They they need to build that last node set.
Chad's built their nodes.
Yeah, well, Lucky Strikes has 2, so.
Chad's running 2 trucks on the north side.
I am very concerned
and
about
one on
these.
the south.
For Lucky Strikes, I'm very concerned about these pings. So they have a ping at the warehouse on the north side. That is way spread out. But here we go. 3 seconds.
Commanders dropping their subs at the same time.
And we are rolling. There we go. Scoreboard's going. Supplies are dropping.
Yeah, both teams dropping subs like within 100 meters of each other.
Yeah, I mean, smart idea, right? Get that fob in.
That neutral, yeah, you can get the neutral Gary. You got Lucky's truck coming straight through the front door right now. They're gonna run into each other any second.
Here we go. Gotta capture it right.
We got a rocket off.
Rocket on top for J Freak. He's gonna launch it.
Thunderbirds.
Oh,
they trade!
What was that? Oh my goodness! Truck is still up. Rocket misses from hanging.
Midair.
That was. I don't understand. What? Looks like
Truck goes down.
Yeah, truck goes down. Chad, heavy in the point right off the rip. Lucky Strike's a little bit late to the party, except on front door, and Chad winning it in that front door engagement. So. Lucky,
I don't think. Yeah, Lucky didn't get an outpost up on that front side.
No, they
now
did not.
Gonna have to fight over these.
That's a reset. That's a really bad reset. Interesting PC4 for Chad, not coming down main road. It's gonna come up on like the north side of the main
North side,
road.
yeah.
Yep.
Fascinating. Medium
Already
Luck
inside hard cap.
has fully committed. I mean, they have the majority of their team over here on the church. And
Yeah,
the
I
factory.
just saw that on the warehouse too. This is such a mistake from Lucky
You've
Strike.
got
It's
Chad,
almost like they're trying to play for recap.
Yeah.
You've got Rick here by himself and like 7, 10. God, yeah, there's so many Lucks here.
I'm not. Yeah, and we talked about this in the pre-match too, right? We talked about like, I mean, okay, so Lucky Strikes does have a fob inside the point on that southwest side, so maybe they commit, but there is a lot of contact happening.
So
right
does
now.
so does Chad's, and Chad's actually has it on the eastern side of the hard cap, close to Luck. Ghost comes in, he's gonna get Steve.
And they're gonna get the
Never
OP.
wipes
Never,
the OP.
never
Never's
going
on
for
the
the
Garrison
fob.
now.
Never's taking it down.
Never
gets the
gets
forward
it.
up.
Never gets it. So, I mean, Lucky Strike's in a really tight spot now on the front. I mean, it's almost guaranteed now. Chad is going to get this to start out.
Forgive us if we call the
And that's
Fox Garrisons. by the
So
way.
that's going to be a cap for Chad.
Chad caps it right off the rip.
Yeah.
And this
Like-
is what we were talking about this yesterday. You cannot play Skirmish as if it's warfare. You
Yeah.
have to commit to the hard cap.
You do.
And it just feels so wrong to do that, but that's how you win.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this medium from Lucky Strikes. Please tell me it's not already down. PZ4 still in the center
P4
for
is
Chad.
in the hard cap.
Yeah.
And now Chad's did tell me that they watched the Bane match. So I'm thinking
They might
their
have
tanks are
taken the
going
clue
to
from
operate
it.
similarly.
We're going to take a second. We're going to look at the Gary network from Lucky Strikes. Only 2 fobs right now, both in the blue zone. Nothing in the red. OP's in the red. And I don't know. I mean, it looks like on the north side, they're going to try to get a garrison set up. They got 50 supplies, but I mean,
I found the Sherman. Sherman is far south side railway.
oh my
Really?
goodness. Yeah, you
That
can see
is
it right
insane.
there.
That's wild.
Silverbane's tank on that south side. I mean, it's so far away. He's got AT that he's dealing with too. He is literally dealing with infantry. This
Yep.
feels very reminiscent of this Ocelots versus Bane match where that medium for Ocelots was
Would
just on
not
the
ever
far
get in.
side of
Yeah.
the tracks. And KO was talking about that BC last night. I mean, at a certain point in time, you've got to push your tanks aggressive into the point. Got to get them in the fight, at the very least for infantry-wise. And that's just not happening
And
right
it-
now.
You know, it's hard to push through Town Center and a Sherman because they can AT you from the front. But
Yes.
I mean, Chads are committing an SL and an AT to that tank, while the rest of their team is in sector, and their tank is not helping. Luck's tank's not helping them
They
at
got
all.
locked out of the match right now. They're backing out actually.
The interesting thing is, you know, we were talking about Lucky Strikes. There's a satchel that just went off. Lucky Strikes are initially putting a lot of guys on that warehouse and church. Chad's in control of the church right now, and they're holding. I mean, this is, if you look at that church, oh my gosh, and the PZ4 is just laying hate on that
Yeah, the
north
P4 is
side.
committed to going to the church road, and now he's holding up a whole squad.
Yep.
He make
Earlier
it-
before, like it was a tough competition on this northern warehouse area because Chad has taken over the little shipping depot on the north side and tried to push into the point from there. But then they just hit Lucky Strikes, and that's why they're taking rotated north.
You can see Spanky pushing into the middle of town center. Him against Witty. Witty takes him out. And right now for Lucky Strikes, it is just absolutely it's a tough effort to try to walk down front road in
Chads
town
have
center.
completely boxed them out of the city already.
Yeah.
And you have Ghost and Witty on the front door holding. Those two guys are holding a whole squad.
Yeah. Currently
The
about
squad's totally wrapping around the north side through the backwood, the backyards, and everything.
And again, if we had that Sherman here on the front door, he could walk his team in.
So you can see this medium now. He's actually got Hillary Clinton on his back side. Moving in, he's hurt. But he's decided now to come to the front door. And it's a little bit bad timing for Chad in a way because he's facing that north side. I'm sure that they got pings on him, right? So hopefully they can make that adjustment in time. But already, oh my gosh. He's going to turn around and try to take him out. Hillary's still up.
If I know Hillary, he definitely whizzed one of his rockets.
Oh, he got run over.
Yep,
He got
yeah,
run
ran
over.
over.
So this medium is now going to try to make some type of front door push. You can see the amount of smoke coming in on front door. A Lucky Strike's going to just try to basically just hopefully waltz in with some smoke cover, but medium now just watching front door. That PZ4 is now moving back into the center, but he's not facing front door just yet. I don't know if that medium will have the shot yet or not, but
this medium is, you know, actually, at least in my squad, the medium is not marked. But I'm assuming they have a tank mark on it.
You would think, right? I mean, he's just, yeah, you can't
Currently,
see him
no.
there,
There's
but
no current mark on that Sherman.
Yeah,
They
medium,
marked further
P4
back
is still
on the
shelling
road.
infantry.
So looking at the Gary situation right now for Lucky Strike, they got another fob. Again, no fob in the red for Lucky Strike. This is an issue. This is the absolute
Deflection
issue.
on the 75 from Merc Daniel.
Granted, in the Echo Fox column, Chad only has one forward position, and it's in hard cap.
An AT becoming an issue with this medium. Down he goes! Daniel taking out the medium!
Let's go.
And now it's going to be very difficult for Lucky Strike. Satchel going off. 3 men rushing in for Lucky Strike on that front door. We got people inside the north side compounds for Lucky Strike. They're starting to make a little bit of an intrusion. And bombing run coming in on that south side as well. You can see that bomb stays up. Barely missing.
Barely misses the fob by like less than a foot.
Yeah, Sandman Eater. You can see him in that south side courtyard, but Winnie right behind him, Iron. Oh, wait, what is he? He's gonna try to get an OP. No, he just got a fob. Sandman finally getting a fob up in the red, but Iron just right there for it. My God. Oh, absolutely brutal.
Oh, that hurts. That has to hurt.
It looks like Chad's looks like they got completely wiped from the church as well.
Chad did lose control of the church. Lucky did have it. Now it's back.
I didn't even see it. Airhead came in.
Really?
Inside the courtyard on Town Center, just right on that south side of the circle.
It must have been with the bombing run.
Well, Lucky Strikes is known for that bombing run airhead combo, never running for the airhead. I'm not sure if he knows where it's at. Yes, he does. He went straight for it. They found it.
That's back-to-back spawn kills for Never. Good job.
So an amazing job on the point. Unlucky, the bombing run didn't take out the fob, and not enough people on that airhead, so Lucky Strikes back to square
on the north
one.
side with flag is still trying to take over this warehouse and church area, but they have their OP marked and they're just getting farmed. So that's not good for them.
Now,
They're losing complete control on the north side.
I don't think the P4 knows that the Sherman is dead because they're not shooting.
Playing back a little bit.
I mean, they're in the hard cap, but
they're in the hard cap. They're
watching front door, and they're watching a whole squad of Luckies just walk right in. And they're not even using their coax.
Well, he's just a little bit of coax there.
Yeah, he's only trying to get
P4. I mean, it's great that they're here, but they need to start shooting the gun.
There they go.
There must have been some type of wipe. Lots of guys coming off the south side from Lucky Strikes off their fob in the blue. I mean, if they had watched, I feel like if they had watched the 2 matches from yesterday, they would have seen fobs in the red are absolutely critical. This fob situation is really bad for Lucky Strikes. They have got to play a little bit more aggressively with their spawns, and it just unfortunately aren't. We'll see if they make that adjustment, but
right now just placed the second fob in the zone. In the E and F column.
Yeah.
Alright, we got another Sherman coming up through the front western road again.
The one thing about skirmish mode, these tanks can come up fairly
pretty
rapidly.
Quickly.
Yeah.
He does have a little bit of infantry support. P4 has finally started shooting his cannon.
There he is. Look at him for a split second. So right now he's just kind of holding that road that kind of the entrance, but you can see that. Is that PZ4 right there? Yeah, PZ4 behind the tree.
Behind the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Sherman's slowly peeking. I'm not sure if they'll have a mark on the P4 because their infantry can't get close.
Spanky goes down, trying to push in. Sandman, Eater, Bang. Tangy gets shot from the rear. There's some Owens with the sniper. He's taking up
Owens,
a
yeah.
really sneaky spot over here.
Half track for Chad moving on up into the park gap.
And that. So here's a question too.
Or no, he's going
have
to the
half track.
cathedral. The
There
church.
is a half track up for Lucky Strikes, but it's in the blue.
He did not get a half track up.
Interesting.
Explosion in that south
Phoenix
side.
in the half track.
Sherman and P4 are about to see each other. They're about to have an engagement.
He shot, but I think he missed whatever he was
I
aiming
think
at.
both missed, yeah.
Unix goes down on this half track on the back side.
Owens just absolutely murking people trying to walk into this entrance. I mean, someone's got to do something about it. Literally every single time that Spanky tries to get into this point, he just gets absolutely scumbag from the back. Deflection.
Ricochet off the Sherman.
Deflection. He doesn't see it. Got a hit. Didn't get a hit.
And they're safe. They're safe
Oh,
today.
good.
I think that's a turret hit.
Oh, they got
Another
a
shot.
hit. Oh, no,
PZ4
P4.
missing. And you can see they're going to get out for reps. I'm not sure if the medium season he is going to back up.
I think they might have backed away just
Bobby run,
enough.
Bobby run.
Comes into Sherman now.
Sherman's still up, but he
just,
is hurt.
Just track damage.
Church on the north side still has been an area of conflict this entire map, start to finish.
So here's we're finally starting to see Lucky Strike start to make some adjustments. Fob on that northwest courtyard side.
Sherman gets hit by the P4. It looks like that bombing run bought them just enough time to get reps.
Down it
Sherman
goes!
was down. Oh, man.
Currently, chat 2-0 in the tank engagements right now, but we got infantry on the north side for Lucky Strike starting to push in. They do have a fob up. It's a nice little spot. You can
beautiful
actually get into the circle from that courtyard. It is clean, but the one gripe I've always had about that courtyard is it feels like you get boxed in, and in fact, if anything, if you look, Chad has already put up barbed wire midway through that alleyway on that north side to keep people from pushing in, but I guess you can still get in from the south side of that barbed wire. Getting a little bit stuck here by infantry up on the, you can see that sniper right there, taking out Bulldog, stick cut, Bacon, trying to push out.
And Luck has a couple of good spawns here in this that north side compound, but
Yeah.
they can't get into the hard cap through there. They still have to go around through the church. And
Or all the way backtrack to the main road, which is being watched.
Owens is back here now, and once again, he's just holding off a whole squad.
Another. He finally goes down though. Maybe this is their
cursed him.
opportunity. This is their opportunity. 4 guys pushing, no one watching. Spanky, a squad leader trying to push in, gets killed by his own team members trying to push into the point.
Luck has
6,
moved up
7,
the north
8,
side. They're
9.
making a large push on the north
Oh
side
my
with all
gosh,
the
this is
smoke.
a big push,
They're
but you can see this
going all the way.
PZ4. This PZ4 is just absolutely looking down this alleyway.
Yeah, he's gonna lock it down. They have nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Oh, big splash.
Steve
I do have to give credit to
doesn't
Lucky
make
that Lucky is working together very well. Their infantry is pushing together, which I
Yeah.
love to see.
I love the smokes. I love the smoke input.
Got to give him credit.
Very
Wolf on
disciplined
the
in
south
terms of
side trying to make a move as well on the back road on the south side.
Yep. You can see that squad leader for them, Lone Wolf and Bad. So I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing. Trying to get through the barbed wire, can't get through. Chad doing a beautiful job of blocking off alleyways. I mean, they're gonna need a satchel or some type to get through that. Absolutely critical.
Oh, well, that's where Vades were able to get through it real easy.
Oh, were they?
Master
There you go.
Chief, Master Chief takes down Vades, but Master Chief has that forward position hot. He knows someone else is down here waiting.
Oh no. Low Wolf. Can he get him? Can he get Master
the
Chief?
support master.
Hurts him. Gets
Master
him.
Chief goes down.
Thanksky looking down the barrel of a 45. Down he goes.
Nice shot. Yeah, I would love to see some more barbed wire and some Belgian gates from Chads. That would really, really help them out on these front door
I think they would
pushes.
have this point on lockdown if they did that. So you can see a lot of use by Lucky Strikes of these AT, and I love it. I love the infantry on AT on infantry strategy. Love it. little bit of a bad shot by Beef Shooter, but hey, you know, that straight comes in on the, yeah, Lucky Strike. I had to look for a second, make sure it wasn't a TK by Chad. Looks like a satchel just went off on that north building inside the courtyard.
Lucky Strike still holding these backyards on the north side of the point, still all in their favor.
Yeah. They need to, knowing that there's only one tank to deal with, they need to coordinate their infantry and their next Sherman. If they can distract the P4 from one direction, then the AT can hit them on another.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that P4 is just going to sit there all day like we watched Bane.
And so far, it looks like that Chad's done a really good job of shutting down and responding to different alleyways as they open up and close. And you can see here, Sandman Eater, down he, oh my gosh, down he goes, trying to get into this southwest courtyard here. Running the shoddy, you don't see that very often, but Steve Fuchsius running the boomstick, trying to get in here.
D-Strike. D-Strike. Takes out the Panzer IV! Oh!
Beautiful.
D-Strike!
Nice call for fucking Spears. Let's go.
And that may open up some things here. Chad, right now, 1735 possession, so they will win this match. Just based purely on
Owens
the
is on that north
majority
side.
of points.
Owens is out for blood. He's been the merciless killer of this match.
I mean, he's trying to go break some records for HRI, I guess, but holding out good alleyways.
Interceptual on the 3-story. Never goes down. We got a bombing run from
Owens.
He's
Owens
sending
going
everything.
down those work points. Saving the fob on that north side. Airhead coming in southwest side with a bombing run a little bit early on the bombing run. We'll see. He may have gotten that fob that Chad had. I'm not sure if he did. No, he did not.
He did not. He did not.
He did not. So Airhead's going to come in.
Chad's has a forward operating and a half track on the north side. They also have Garrison and half track south side. They are getting contested though. But unfortunately, that bombing run from
the
Spears,
tank. Oh my goodness! Look at this medium clutching in from Lucky Strike.
Medium from the back side.
From the back side. Flare comes up, only for him to realize he's got lots of infantry all around him. But
yeah, that's a target-rich
no
environment
AT.
for him.
No AT around him.
One AT on the north side and fast Scorpion coming in after him.
Airhead's coming down almost the same exact spot that they put it last time.
Yeah, you can see it in that courtyard. They're gonna have to work out of that courtyard. They're gonna do
Thunderbird's right to, but he's an MG.
AT coming up on the rear of the medium fast. Scorpion from Chad. Turns around, gets hit, but
yeah, they haven't seen this airhead. They haven't called it out.
They're trying to find it though. Iron Titan's looking for it.
But they're gonna get spawn off.
Pancake looking, he got it. He's gotta get it.
Nah, it's
medium
probably
strap.
literally 5 seconds late.
Nice job,
Eric's
Pancake.
down.
Shmoo, the frontline commander, cleared trenches by himself. Love to see that.
Oh, Satchel goes off, takes out a Lucky Strike. Remember, this tank is still up.
Oh, we missed the Sherman inside the hard cap.
No, I've been calling it out. I've been calling it out.
Did you?
Look at this. 2 AT guys responding. Master Chief.
318.
Big splash.
He got both, but down he goes.
Let's go.
Now just do that, but with your team behind you.
Yeah, well, it was a majestic effort. That tank came in from the east side, by the way. Came from the east side.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
Just saw an explosion up north. I'm not sure what that explosion is. They got a fob.
And
That was
look
a
at
half
this,
track, or no, that was just
he's
a
been
truck.
pushed all the way back on this west side.
Oh, that's a half track. Good AT shot by Lucky Strike. They're going to take out a half track. Flag all by him. Lonesome. Going to take out Master Chief.
Luck has like 8 guys back on ruins, and they've got Crispy Chicken clearing
Flag.
them out.
Gets 1. Gets 2. The one-man army going on right now with the rest of his guys pushing in all the way from Canal.
Crispy is on the Garrison. 1v4. He gets 1.
Where's that at?
Far west side. He goes down, but
Far
he,
west.
He brought a whole squad back to ruins, like 300 meters away.
It was Chad. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it right now.
Oh, and they have a half track back here for Lucky
And Owens
Strike.
is back there as well. now.
So you're starting to see Chad being a little bit more aggressive. It
Trying to
seems like
push
they're
out,
kind of
trying to
just
get
more
these ball
pro.
cherries.
Yeah. By the way, one fob in the blue, one fob in the red for Lucky Strike. They're struggling on spawns here. That spawn that they had that Chad was pushing is the only one up in the blue. So
Yeah, we have.
they know where it's at now.
We still have 1 half track inside the point plus 4 Garys.
We got some contact now. Spanky goes down. Wicked-eyed Mouse versus Tatted Smeagol. Gets the OP. Wicked taking out Top Gun. Tatted Smeagol, the only one left. No squad leader to replenish that OP. So Owen's back to his original camping spot that we saw him in. Wicked-eyed Mouse getting Tatted Smeagol as well. So front door looking very bleak from Lucky Strikes. And guess what? I am not seeing... I'm not really seeing anyone in the blue. I mean, there's a squad leader, Qnix, way on the back side in the H4. Other than that, everyone else is having to deploy up.
We got a huge spawn wave from Luck on the front door again. Oh, no, this is still way back here. My
Yeah,
goodness,
it's not even in, it's
reset
not
so
front
bad.
door. It's literally in their blue, backside blue.
Yeah.
I mean, they're about to get
Half-track here
stuck
as well,
here.
but-
They're about to get stuck here in this alley.
Yeah, they can't get out of this alleyway. And
Town
it's
center
only
hard cap.
A couple people.
Nobody in hard cap on the town center right now. Chad has pushed out that far.
Oh my
to go
gosh,
after
the carnage! Pancake,
Plant.
descent! Plant Poppy's still alive. Billy Nair running the old, oh my gosh, running broken arrow tags.
Unix still just being Forrest Gump on their backlines. Not really doing much, not taking down forward positions.
Tatted Smeagol
Just
holding
being back
this.
there.
Gets!
Yeah,
Gets
good
it.
kill.
So barely holding, I mean, this is a really tough fob spot, honestly. There's just nowhere, it's just an alleyway.
I don't know why you would bottleneck yourself with a Gary in an alleyway, but
Lucky Strike's having some good moments, but just not able to coordinate and capitalize on it. And the spawns have been a real struggle. Chad did a really good job of intruding into the far, basically the far red. And I mean, like McCraith was saying, no one in the hard cap for Chad. They don't have to. They're just pushing out.
Sherman is up north now. He's in the factory, pushing towards church.
Take a look here. Supplies are
No
dropping.
AT around.
That's a
Oh, he
hit.
gets hit by the P4, and he's got AT on his ass too. P4 misses, but Cody, if he can figure out how to get out of this wall,
Oh,
P4
shot
misses
right.
again.
No, that was the Sherman.
Oh, yeah.
That was the Sherman just hitting right in.
Cody
There's a
kills the
satchel.
half track.
I mean, decisions, I guess. Artie McFarty got a wrap. What a gorgeous name
There's
for a
outpost
tanker.
right behind Cody. No, that's friendly outpost.
D4 is pushing fast.
Cody gets
and
half
heading
track.
towards
Did he get it? Got it!
It's a fucking take too.
Down goes
Half track
Sherman.
takes, it don't matter. Cody Mooney got it. Plumbing run coming in. They take out. Yeah. I mean,
Cody's a tanker main as well, but he sure knows how to blow shit up.
amen to that.
Wicked Mouse takes out Spears, Sandman. 1v3 situation. He's got 2 of them. And I have cursed him. He's dead.
I know, and unfortunately for Lucky Strikes, I think they figured out midway through the match, like we need to be putting spawns closer to the point. Just a little too late, unfortunately, and Chad able to keep them out. And just you see Lone Wolf trying to go against Hillary Clinton. Hillary just holding that top side. Lone Wolf's just trying to get some type of incursion, but really tough spot. Plant Poppy, Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf get taken out by Whitty, it looks like, or Lima, couldn't tell.
Phoenix on
Tomer
the
for
backside town center with
BR1
OP.
lay down some hate, but down he goes! Got some guy's front door for Lucky Strikes, but unfortunately it doesn't take much to hold it.
Uh-oh. Lucky has a Gary on the backside of town center.
They sure do, and it's clean as a whistle.
They're not lighting up any other Garys other than the one on point either with it. So hopefully they keep that way.
That's a nice little Gary position.
This is absolutely
Very
beautiful.
nice.
It's just a little, it's just late.
Even a year ago, that would not exist.
BB4
dude.
running by
It would be
Velvet
worth the
Hammer.
map.
Gets blown up a little bit. He may have
Is he
a
running
satchel.
satchel?
I don't know.
No,
He
he's
stopped.
not.
No, he does not. Oh, wow, unfortunately.
Wormloid's a support player was pulling out his ammo box to bait the tank.
I love that. I love that idea.
I do too.
One tank taking on the north side, taking him
A
out.
huge spawn wave from Lucky now, and they're gonna have a whole. You got 2 engineers running satchels and an AT chasing the P4 now.
They got
east.
lots of pings on it too, so.
Flare came up on that Gary position. They know there's a spawn there now.
Yeah, this P4 is in big trouble here, man.
Spanky
they
goes
still have-
down. Body parts everywhere.
Nice turn.
Lone Wolf. Tomber trying to push in, but down he goes to the coax.
Yeah.
Lone Wolf
Yeah,
pushing
Thunderbird
in.
on the outside, watching the main road.
Lots of OPs. They have abandoned any type of front door push, and guess what? There was just a smidge of cap pressure just for a split second. AT.
Just to track it.
This
And
BT4
Luck has sent their whole team onto this garrison, but now they're bottlenecked in an alleyway again by the tank.
It's a challenge in town center, though.
Wide-eyed Mouse gets this whole run of Lucky on his north, or not his north, his south side and his back
They
door.
are sending like Katusha barrages of rockets at this tank.
So 30 seconds left for Lucky Strike to try to get the cap. They did start the cap pressure. They're just teetering. They're getting it. They are getting it. And it looks like it's almost. Did they get that fob? Sandman runs past it. Jay Freak's on it.
Yeah.
Doesn't get it. He doesn't go.
Oh, okay.
Come on, come on. Okay. About to say. I didn't know if he
Fair
thought it
play.
was part of the map or, but he got it. P-Strike, P-Strike! Wasn't even. Where? What? I don't know what that was. Bombing run
was
coming in on the west side for Lucky
On
Strike.
a tank mark.
Bombing run coming in. It's gonna take out a friendly for Lucky Strikes.
We've got
It may
a bomb.
not-
We've got
Doesn't
The
take out.
Strike was on the Sherman.
Doesn't take out
on
a
the north
single.
side.
Oh, it was okay on the Sherman. Got it.
And he
That's
hurt
losing
the Sherman.
outpost
He
to the
didn't
hard
kill it
cap.
though.
I think that's game just based on cap pressure. It looks like, I mean, it's really close, but I think they stopped. They must have lost cap progress for a split second. They are in this town center though. They may get the cap. They get the cap where it's all said and done. Beef shooter, gold star. Beef shooter goes down. Jay Freak in the big building trying to hold the angle, but
Yeah, and shooting flares
I don't
back
think
to
they have
back
time.
and just having complete idea on this.
yeah, they didn't. They're not halfway.
Reinforcements just started for
Yeah,
Chad.
reinforced just got popped
Yeah,
by
yeah,
Chads.
no, and they've just stopped capping too. So that is going to be a 30-point win for Chad. They're second of the match. You can see a big spawn wave on that north side for Chad.
That P4 survived as well. He's actually getting out of there, but it doesn't matter at this point.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, hold this outside. No cap is going to happen. So this is almost reminiscent of MIB versus Chad. They get a late.
Bane, MIB,
Late backside bob, but unable to capitalize, and that is going to be game. Chad, 30 points. Lucky Strikes, no points. Valuable lesson for Lucky Strikes. I think that they're going to come out of this, and they're just, I mean, just absolutely beautiful. Snap track, I love it. Gotta run it, went up. Oh! Barely missed it. And that is
GG.
game.
Good job. There was definitely some good moments from Lucky. Think some more practice, they'll kind of learn the meta of Skirmish.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Chad immediately pushing up to the top of the leaderboard. Obviously, they had 2 matchups in week 1, but they're going to be up to 60 points. That'll immediately put them in first place, and Bane will be in second place with 30 points. Really good effort by Chad. I mean, they kind of get it at this point. I think Lucky Strikes. They're going to learn from this. I really think they are. They're going to look back. I hope they watch.
They need to be more aggressive.
Yes.
They just definitely need to.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Sacrifice that map control.
yeah,
and
absolutely.
Just send it. It just feels so wrong when you're so used to playing Warfare to do that.
Yes.
We saw it too. We saw that mindset a little bit when you looked at the spawn situation for Lucky Strikes. What we saw was just mostly at the beginning just fobs in the blue, and you got to be willing to put fobs
Yeah,
in the red.
You got nothing to defend. You
yeah.
got nothing to worry about in your back line, so just send it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think that will do it. Thank you so much for everyone who is watching. It was a beautiful match to watch, but I'm Sheepdog, McCraith, Kanashi. Thank you for Axe Hawk. He's in the VC too. I know he's not talking, but for being here as well and for everything that he's done for the Dog Stand and for HRI in general. Shout out to our sponsors, Radical, for providing the middle ground servers. And we are just so thankful that you guys have joined us, and for all the teams that are participating in the tournament. Thank you so much, and we wish you a good night.